This is Lori Pipkins coming to you again with some fresh love tips for this month of October. I am thinking about those who are trying to figure out what are we going to do regarding those who go on trick-or-treat. Some people call it harvest time that don't believe in trick-or-treating or Halloween, but going and engaging your children because of the pandemic, and Boston has been lifted to a higher level of people getting infected. A lot of people may not be taking their kids out. I wanted to bring some ideas and some thoughts to you about Harvest Fest or Trick or Treat Reimagined in your house. You know, if you have apples, you have the children make their own costumes. There's so many clothes that you don't wear anymore. They don't wear anymore. They could be very inventive. They can invent their own outfit and then have a contest of judging the best, most creative outfit, the most craziest outfit, the worst outfit, and all of them being celebrated no matter whatever they choose to do. Buying maybe spaghetti squash and making spaghetti and meatballs, but the spaghetti being the spaghetti squash. Taking the pumpkin and making pumpkin pie or pumpkin pudding. Or you could do all kinds of things. Take the pumpkin and mix it up, put raisins in it, and put coconut in it, put nuts in it, things that make things fun. Let the kids try things and be creative with that. And then also, you can make kind of tents or things, have them do drawings and paintings and have movies that connect to harvest or Harvest Fest. And if you're from a Christian background, you could have them dress up as Bible characters. You can tell Bible stories. You could have songs, all kinds of things to make this day so much fun for them. And they don't consider that it's always boring and it's drab. You can make things with popsicle sticks. There's so many arts and craft things you can go online and get and make to excite the kids and get it very happy about this time. And another way of engaging them, creating costumes, all the way down from head to foot, using makeup and using markers that are washable, that they can create stuff and make all kinds of faces. There's so much you can do. And then also you can infiltrate into that the message of being safe, the message of looking out for one another, the message about being a good friend, the message about being a good neighbor, the message about being a good sister or brother, the message about respecting your elders. There's so many things you can infiltrate in that day. The message about working together in unity and being a good team player. That's also something that you can get and you can involve in there. The message about doing your very best, even in the worst situations, doing the best that you can, not to give up, and that we all work together, we support each other, and we pull each other up. That's what this time is about. There are times that we all are going to go through difficult situations, but that's when we come together and we unite. And so even in Thanksgiving coming up, a lot of people may not be traveling the usual schedule that they do with their friends and family, and they all get together. There's like 10 or 15 people and a whole lot of food. You may not be able to have that right now, but you make a meal and still give thanks, still sit down. It's not really all about the food anyway. It's really about giving thanks. You think about all the things you're thankful for. You look at the rate of how people have been dying over the last 6 months, since April, since March. It is so alarming. But give a perspective of how many people survived, how many people lived. Our news is talking so much about how many people died, but there are so many more people who survived and who lived. And we have a lot to be thankful for. Also, people who didn't even get COVID-19, but they ended up in the hospital because they had other medical issues. Something to be thankful for. You may have loved ones that you know about. There's so much that we can be grateful for and thankful for. We're thankful, that it wasn't worse than it was. Thankful that we survived it. Yes, the cases are increasing, but the survival rate is getting better as well, because we're learning how to take care of ourselves, eating right, making sure you take your vitamins, make sure that you dress properly, making sure you clean your hands, make sure you wash your hands, make sure that you sanitize your hand, make sure you wearing your mask, whether you agree with it or not. For other people, make sure you're looking after elderly people, elderly loved ones, calling them, checking on them, sending them notes, writing them letters. This would be a good time you can write letters. You can write letters during harvest time, write letters during Thanksgiving time to your grandmother, your great grandmother, your aunties, your uncles, your siblings, your nieces, your nephews, people that are isolated. People that live by themselves. You may have a cousin, or you may have a sister that's in college or away. Send them a note, send them a letter, FaceTime them. There's so much that we can do to bring joy to each other. So much we can do in terms of making the harvest time, making trick or treat or whatever it is that you do fun. And also Thanksgiving. Give it a new meaning. Put a new spin on it. Reimagine Thanksgiving as we know it, not the traditional way. There's so many ways of being thankful. Reaching out to those that that are in assisted living or nursing home. You can't get to them, but you sure can talk to them. So I would like for you to think about those things and add that to your list. There's so many letters you can write. There's pictures you can draw, and you can mail it to them. There's so many people that are isolated right now, especially in the nursing home, especially in assisted living. They have to stay in their individual rooms. This is where you can share love. This is where you could share joy. This is where you could show how much you're thankful by extending your love, extending your time and your attention to others who really need it right now because they can't get to their loved ones. Oh, but what a smile it would be put on someone's face receiving a letter from somebody they don't know, or a picture from a young lady or a young man who's thinking about them and just giving them some words of encouragement. This is just something for you to think about. You have a wonderful day and a good talking to you. Remember, share the love with somebody and give somebody a smile, because you never know. It'll make a difference in their life.
Thanks for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe and let us know what you think of the episode. And remember, we all need to lift our voices effectively. Until next time, have a great day.